Hi everyone, Eva Bussum here. Hi everyone, Eva Bussum here. It messes with me in the beginning because it's totally different than what I was used to. So, before we get started on our kit today, let me go ahead and close that out. I think I have everything right. I'm just not sure. So close that and then open this. Yep, there we go. Um, Before we get started today, there's a little crafty chat. Now, I did do an update in the community, so I hope you check that out on my 12 cube. Hey, Dana. It's so tiny, I can't see it. I was like, I wish I could just make the comments go bigger. But I worked on my 12 cube storage solution, and then I even cleaned this one up a little bit more. I moved my stamps up to the higher end so I could see them and stuff like that. And then cleaned up a little bit more on the top, trying to create. So I've been looking at Stampin' Storage solutions. Whoo, that's enough to make anybody scream. And just starting off with the new space and everything and having that, I was like, oh, well, that's going to take me some time. So, but I'm very excited about two of their pieces. They've got one that holds stamps and it keeps them all nice and everything else. And they fit in the cube storage. And then the other one is paper storage. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to go. My marker storage back here, that was from Organize More. Because if you look at their deals page, you can get three of them for around $100. It used to be three of them for $90, pre-COVID, pre-normal prices and stuff like that. But not anymore. This is a little bit more expensive. Um, but I really like the quality of them. They're really nice. Uh, Let me pull this one out. I gotta get that out of the way. I like the quality of them. They're really nice. They've got a piece of melamine in the back. And then the compartments and everything else. Yeah, always. You got a question. If I can answer it, I always will, because I think that's the best thing about crafters is we always have an answer, even if everybody may not like it. Like it's expensive. I did not buy those all together. The second set I did, but those I did not. I bought those. I think I bought two, and then I went back and I got another one. And like 4 or 5 months later, I bought an additional three when I saw them as a deal. Because I didn't have X amount in my budget versus X amount in my budget. And I like these because they tilt. So your markers get that little bit of a tilt. It's not like this kind of a tilt, it's just a gradual tilt. So they get that nice little bit of flow. You flip your markers every now and again. It'll keep them going for a long time. Um, I don't have my, oh, that one's got the time. Okay. So I'm working on it and I'm trying to get it all organized and everything. And I'm realizing, wow, I have a lot of crap. I mean, crafts. You'll hear me say it that way a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. I have a lot of craps. Crafts. Crap. I have a lot of crap. Um, but like I put my Copics back in there, even though most of them are dried. I think the only ones that are good are like my grays because I use those more often. Um, and buying real refills for all of those, oh, almost as expensive as just replacing the pen. And I'm like, no. So I got to go through those one day, just pull them all out, set them on my desk, and just see if they write or not. And if they don't, write it down and say, okay, I need a replacement or I need a refill, depending on how the nib looks. So that's that one. I got my Cricut Joy stuff together. I consolidated some of my other items that I decided to keep. I got my color cubes all nice and pretty on the other side so I can look at them instead of them hanging out behind me. Um, but yeah, I think it's coming together. I think it's gonna play well together. I still need to nudge my desk over about 4 inches, 3-4 inches that way, so that I've got a little bit more room in the turn arena in my space. But I'm going to take a small sip. I do, like I said, I plan on getting the Stampin' Up storage for their ink pads, and they've got this little cap thingy that goes on top for the refills. So I'll be getting those ones instead of a clunky wooden thing that's going to divide up my desk even more. I figure they're light enough, they're not too heavy, they're sturdy, and I should be able to have it look pretty good with that. So with that, let me go ahead and get you up, and then we'll get, oh, it's not even 4 yet. We got a couple minutes. So this is what we're working with today, is that Happy Houseplant kit. It is so dang cute. And I thought about it. I have this little space here that I could fit all 4 of them right here. And the best part about it is, let me show you the picture frames. So I'm gonna, it's got these little metal things. If you've got arthritis or you've got tender hands from years of working, I'm just going to use my tweezers to pop those up. They hurt my hands. They hurt my hands. And since there's 4 of them and not just one, you know, be different. But so you get the back frame that has the easel on it. It's got a plastic, but the frame you can see here has got these little metal dealies, and then it's got a nice hanging area. So if you had a 3D item you wanted to put in it, just put this plastic behind. So here we go. We got the plastic off. I'm not sure if there's another one on the other side or if that's the only one. So let's see. Nope, there's plastic on both sides, but one side is printed and the other one is not. It's clear. But let you know that this kit is like $25. So worth it, because the first thing I thought of was the fact that I'll be able to add anything I want to it. I didn't have to worry about it. So it looks pretty good. You can see the reflection right there. And again, so let me go ahead and get all 4 of these out and get the little pieces bent open on these. So I'm not as strong as I once was. I think so Toby Maguire, I'm gonna miss that man. He got me through some of my roughest, toughest times in life with my kids and everything else. His song, I Ain't As Good As I Once Was, that's totally me. That's one of those ones where it's like, yep, that's me. I wish they would have added little tabs to the corners, so you have a little bit easier time pulling this off. But prepping, I think this will be a cool class with like siblings, and just bring in either pictures or prep for like just some alternatives that you can have, and everybody can go home with, you know, something. I think it would be cool. I'm gonna push that one up. As soon as I get these all done, we'll get them put in. Make sure everybody's got one. Yeah, that's the right way. And I'm just layering them over to the side. Did I pull the other one off? Yeah, that is the other one. But I like kits like this that have everything you need, because they're so easy to do. Having, you know, one of those days where your mojo's just not working. You know, no die cutting machine, great to take on the run with you. I knew I was going to sneeze. Oh, it's one of those days. So I've been asking my Facebook friends, like I was saying the other day, what's the most important thing in your craft space? And So I've been thinking of other questions to ask because I've got a lot of areas where I haven't really worked on yet. And I know that everybody has their favorite machine. Everybody has their favorite everything. I have a tote bag over there that I moved. Actually, I'm going to pop this one off so I can do this a little bit quicker. I have a tote bag over there full of little things that make boxes and all kinds of stuff like that. You know, the envelope scoreboard and stuff like that. I've got all of that stuff in a little tote. And it's stuff like that I think about when I say what's important in your space. Where am I? I forgot that one. Okay. Everything should come up now. Nope. Didn't get that one all the way. Okay. So just two more and then we'll get to making. Almost wish I had some blue tape right next to me right now, because pulling those off would be easy. Easy peasy. I tried to do one of those, oh, it's supposed to start at 4 kind of things, and then it says, okay, you're abandoning your life. I'm like, what? I don't want to abandon my life. It's like, why you gotta be so mean? Okay, last one. So as you see, it does take a little bit of prep time. That's it, just a little bit. I don't think 5 minutes is too much to ask for prep. So we'll get that out of there, and then our little piece. And like I said, if you've got a 3D item and you don't want it to, you don't want to have it all pushed in there and everything else, you know, that would look really cute. Especially some of the florals and stuff like that. There we go. We got that one. You could do mini scrapbook sheets with these. You know, mini scrapbook pages. That would be really cute. I think that would absolutely be darling. So, that one's done. So I'm trying to make sure I put everything back the way it belongs. Thingy, you know, stuff. But let me put the camera up and I'll open up the kit so you guys can check that out. Hang on. We are going to boop it. Ah, nope, that didn't work. Boop. Okay. So we're just going to move that light over a little bit. Ooh, that is dark. Hey, Google, turn on master bed light. There we go. A little bit more brighter in here. My tablet's even trying to do stuff. I'm like, you don't work for me. So we've got the instructions. Just move that on my stuff. We've got some foam squares. We've got frames or borders, or what are those things called? Oh, I can't think right now. Matting. Those are mats. That's what it is. You can use them. You don't have to use them because it's got a white area all around. And then you've got your 4 different house plants. So here we have a hanging hosta, I guess. A snake plant. Another hosta. And then I don't know what kind that is. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull these over to the side. I'll get my frames stacked a little bit better over here. And our frames. And then I'm just going to go ahead and break apart all the pieces, which are real simple. You just pop them out. A little bit of gentleness helps so that you don't rip anything you don't want to rip. You know, but if you've got like your favorite Stampin' die and you got plants and stuff like that, that would be so incredible to make. So unlike normal, I'm actually going to read the instructions so everything turns out beautiful. rather than, wow, that's haphazard, Eva, but it worked. Okay. I don't think that would work in this case. But you know what? I'm just going to put the little plant pieces that go together. That way I've got everything that needs to go together. And then our 3 pots, because we have a hanging plant, so that's our 4th one. I really like this, the shape of it. This one, the first chance the dogs got, they'd knock it over. I'm just saying. From experience, it tells me the dogs would knock it over. Oh, here's our little hanging plant one. So we'll get that one up there. And then our hostas and our hostas, or whatever those other ones are. Because I know these are hostas. That's what those are. Those are hostas. I used to have beautiful hostas in my backyard. Only they did not look like that. They looked like that. But that's a hanging plant. It would have been nice if they had done like an add-on option for florals. That would have been great. You know, it's always the one, well, it would have been great if they do this or that. So let's start with the snake plant. So the snake plant consists of this one. I'm just going to move all my little pieces over this way. So I've got a little bit more room to work. So our snake plant, we'll leave our planters at the top of the screen here. And we're going to find our snake plant, which is right here. There we go. So we've got all pieces that we need for it. A little bit of foam adhesive. If you ever have a hard time getting into these, just turn it, break it in half a little bit. Just squish it. It's not going to hurt them or anything. Hi, Sandy. So let me show you the instructions. Real pretty simple. I gotta turn them, otherwise they're too shiny. So find your piece. They want you to curl it a little bit. So we're gonna get our 2 little pieces and we're gonna curl this a little bit. And we want to curl up. So we're just gonna grab it and curl up like so. Give you the 3D look, even though it's not going to be 3D. And again, if you don't want to put the plastic on, don't put it on. Put it in back so your stuff shows up a little bit better. We are going to be adding foam squares on all of these. So let me start by grabbing a few here. So we're just going to add 2 onto the frame. We're going to add 1 here and 1, not on me, on the plant. There we go. So I've seen people put the plants in front of the pots, and I'm just like, I don't think so. So we definitely want to go in between the two wooden bits and on top of the other one down there. And then we've got the tall skinny one first and then the low one next. So we're going to fluff this out a little bit. Actually, I don't even think you needed. Let's take this off. We're going to see if we can't save it. Raha, saved. Put it back on our little package. I'm going to add a little liquid glue there. Because, like, you can only pop it up so much before it looks over popped. You know. I'm just going to come in and add it right underneath there. A little bit lower. There we go. So that one's done. And again, if you want, you can just take some 6x6 cardstock and do whatever you want with these. So I'm going to put that one there. Next is the hanging plant. So on the hanging plant, we've got the planter first, then one of the plants, and then the other. So let's look at these here. 2 of them. And there's 2 different sizes. So there is the small and the large. So the small, then the large. And again, they want you to put these on foam squares, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would. Not on all of it anyway. And again, they want you to give it a little curl. Let's just curl it up a little bit on these ends. And with these little bitty ones, just be careful. If you're going to curl the tips like this, just be careful that you're paying attention to what you're doing. So I gave it a little bit of life. I'm going to come down to the ends and do the same thing. So we did that one, and we're going to do the other one. So we're just going to come down and give each little tip a little life. And just be careful because these are real tender. That's not a lot connecting them. You can rip them. So I'm going to come up here and pull this side up and then this side up just a little bit. Give them a little life. There we go. So both pieces are done. Our hanging basket, of course, they want us to hang that up. So I'm going to use that one that I used, pulled off the other one, and put that there. Pin my glue so my glue doesn't dry out. It's 5 minutes trying to get the pin back in. And I've seen people use more or less of the foam squares and stuff like that. This isn't the right one. It is supposed to be this one. It's supposed to be this one. So I just looked at the picture. I'm going, that's not right. That's not right at all. And you want to line it up so that when you've got the bowl, you're towards the rope, but you can still see the other plants hanging down. And I'm a little crooked, so let me see if I can get this on a little bit better. Oh, hey, look, it works perfect. And then I'm just going to check the top, make sure my ropes are underneath. So, yep, works. That's good. And then I'm going to pop up the front one, but not the back one. So I'm just going to add on 2 foam squares. And again, you could cut them. You could do whatever you wanted. I am going to pop up the back. I got to cut one, though. So we're just going to cut up these little ends right here for smaller pieces. So that we've got a couple pieces we can add here and there and everywhere. I think one more. It's a little outer edge right here. So the small one, this piece like this goes up. It goes up like this. And then this piece is going to hang down like that. So we get a nice full pot. Just like that. Okay. So, just like so, and then just like so. I think that's interesting. I always like the way people do this. Well, I don't see why not, Sandy. I love this. Like their kits have been on the mark. I used to love the, what's the other kits, the regular ones? I used to be a member of the Paper Pumpkin back in the day. I love those things, you know. But kind of to me, I was like, oh, okay, where's my little stamp set? Where's my little, you know, extras and stuff like that? I'm like, I get it. Not everybody needs those things. I get that. Not everybody wants those things either. I'm going to get my glue bottle out of the screen. So there's the second one. Now I got the little basket one, which I think is, I'm not sure. So that one's done. We'll set that one aside. So the next one is the little basket. So at least I got that right. So it looks like we put the basket, well, it looks like it goes this way. So we've got our instructions here and it shows you which way to lay the paper too. So see how that one's going down? So we're just going to put the basket right here. And again, they want us to curl everything. But I'm like, I don't know. You're asking me for a lot here. It's like, curl more paper? What? No, I do think it adds a little lift to it. But with it having that clear plastic on it, I'm like, it's kind of going to lose the purpose of that, you know? I'm one of those ones where it's like, okay, really? Really? But I like the instructions. They're clear, they're concise. They even tell you how many pieces of foam to put on. This one wants 3, that one wants 4, this one wants 4. Of course, you don't have to do that. You can just do what you want. So bigger piece first and then second piece, which is going to go like this. And then the first piece goes like, it looks like that. Nope, like this. Like this. No, because that doesn't look right. Oh, this. No? I don't know. It doesn't look right. Let me see. So this piece goes like this. Okay. So now I got it. It's all backwards. It looks weird, you know. So we're going to put the big piece on first. So I'm just going to grab me a couple of spaces. I got to cut a foam square in half. Just load up a couple spaces here. Probably going to have to clean my scissors after this. I also got a bunch of glue on them earlier. It was really funny. Because I don't like to copy other people. Like, kits are one thing because everybody's going to have the same thing. A card party is the same thing. Doing swaps, you know, everybody does basically the same thing. So it goes like this. So we're going to fill in all those empty little spaces right there. Like that. And then this one is going to get... It says 3, but I don't think it needs 3, you know. It's like, oh, that's a lot. Such a little piece needs 3. I think 2 will be fine. I think 2 will be fine. It will survive. And this one is going to go like this. And it's going to fill in all of these little empty spots right here. Just kind of bring it up and everything else. Just like that. So that one's done. That was easy. My biggest fear was just laying them in the wrong spot. Just gonna be honest with you here. Again, I'm showing you the instructions on the screen so that you can understand that these are not hard to do. They're easy. I love these for that reason and that reason alone. Is because a lot of the times we don't have hours and hours and hours and hours to put cards together, you know. We just don't. We don't got it. We just don't have it. So this one is on this little shelf. I love that. Adding a little wooden elements to this helps me. And then we are covering up part of that first leaf, going into the green on the first leaf, and then just kind of being here like that. That looks good. And again, they want us to shape our leaves. Just go ahead and shape all of our leaves. Now, when you've got a piece that's got multiple tips like that, just go from every direction you can think of. Like over here, I'll start here and curl it down, and then I'll do this little tippy one and curl that down. And then on the side here, I'll come and get that one a little bit. Since this is connected and I really can't shape that too much, I'll just stick to the outer edge on this. And that little tippy one. This one right here, I'll come in. What you want to do is shape it. You don't want to kill it. So there's number 1 or number 2. No, that's number 1. So that's number 1. It goes right there. And then number 2 again. And I have a Teflon bone folder because I have arthritis, and this is a lot easier for me to grip than something that's small and hard. So I'm using my rounded flat tip. You can see it's rounded. It's not absolutely flat after all the use I've put on it. How you doing, Sandy? You got yours out? I hope you do. I really hope you do. But just be gentle with it. Like I said, it's good paper. It's not like it's thin paper or anything. But that doesn't mean it can't rip. So second piece. So the first piece looks like they're saying we need 3. 1, 2, 3. And the second piece says they need 2. So actually listening this time. Only I think I messed up at which leaf goes which. So we want to face our hostas down. So we're going to be coming up a little bit and then over the planter, just like so. And I think I will add another foam square since it's up there by itself. Dimensional. I got to get used to saying that word. I spent more time out of the business than in the business. And, well, it shows. This one's just going to go right there in the center, cover up our holes. I think that's so cool. So, and then we're going to come down just a little bit. So we're going to come in like that. I think that one's probably one of my favorite right there. Just that potted hostas. Here's all 4 of them. I'll show you. We can get them on the screen. But I love the potted hosta. I also like the snake plant. I think they're all really pretty. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what that is. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a baby ginkgo or something. I used to be better at plants than I am now. So, once you've got them all done, of course, we're going to move to the next step, which is add them, each of them, to a mat. So we've got all of our mats here, 4 of them. And these are really nice. These are like index paper kind of stuff. So let me pull this over here. We'll get our instructions out of the way. A little too far out of the way, I did. And then with our frames, we're going to leave our plastic in because we want to protect our images. It's going to flatten out just a little bit. I'm not going to lie, just a little bit. I have one side that I did not pop it up enough. It's giving me grief. There we go. There we go. And then when you push them back down, they don't have to be super flat. Just push them in so they're not going to go anywhere. It's okay. So there you go. It still has definition. I want to show you that. If you don't push these in super duper hard, I forgot one. You still have some definition in the image. So I'm going to show you from the top part down. So I think that's kind of cool that they accounted for that. That's cool. I like that. So let's do the next one. Make sure we're only grabbing one at a time. We're going to lay that down. I think that's the really interesting part to me is that you can either hang these or you can put them on a shelf. Did I not pull it out far enough? What's going on? Ah, I got a little one up here. It's all like, I'm unhappy. And one at the bottom. Same thing. You know, when you're just a little bit older, I'm not as strong as I was when I was younger. Ooh, daddy, this ones don't want to come down. I'll just use my tweezers. And just press those down. Just far enough where they're underneath the height is really all you need. Well, that one's so cute. So is all the fluff on the stuff. And then the snake plant next. Hey, Tammy. I know, right? They're just so cute. I love these. It's interesting to see that you do get a little space so you can see the definition of the different layers, because I did not expect to see that with the plastic on. With the plastic off, yes, absolutely, definitely. But, you know, sometimes you're just surprised by the amount of planning other people do in order for you to have a better experience. And I think they really did a good job with this one. Just trying to push it down. Again, not super strong. And like I said, if you've got a really super 3D item, just leave the plastic off. Put it in the back for another project, another time, you know. There we go. So, and see the spider plant compared to how it was before, kind of loose like the hosta. That got flattened a little bit, but I still like it. I still like it. So last one is our hosta. We'll get our frame out. And I may just adjust the little prongs. I may adjust those so that they're not so tight everywhere. Because you can see here that it's already, it's pretty much there without the backing. It's on there. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Great, great, great. Sure, sure, sure. So I'm imagining this one's going to get squished as well. Nope, get back in there. Get back in there. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Where are you at? It's the top ones. Always one side or the other. There we go. This back one here. There we go. And this one too. Ooh, you think you do it good enough, and then you don't do it good enough, and you're like, oh, well, that wasn't good enough. Ah, okay. So with these, I'm just gonna barely bend it, just barely. I'm not even gonna use my tweezers because I think they were doing a little too hard. I'm just barely gonna bend those. Just enough to keep the picture in. See, so it's still got a lot of life to it. It's really pretty. These are gorgeous. They're gonna look so good in my craft space. You know, but I also like the fact that I could put these away and I could make a new set and I could do whatever I want and I can build on this. Hang on, I'm gonna offset these guys. So you can see most or all of them. There we go, all of them. So what do you guys think? I mean, for 25 bucks, where else are you going to have like 3D picture art that you can use over and over and over again? Because I think that's the best part. I got little pieces all over my frames from my desks and my dogs. Yeah. So let me bring this down and I'll show you guys. I'm just going to stand them up. Hang on. Let me stand them up. Because they're just so perfect. Look at, that's just going to fit in like any little shelf you've got. Any space that you have. You know, it's just going to look really pretty. Let me try another one. Again, I really love the hosta. And don't have room for all 4? That's fine. Just throw a couple up on there. You know? Change them out. Like I'd only want to focus on one. You know, I have a favorite. Okay. Well, let's focus on that one instead. Or maybe this one instead, you know. So you kind of look at them going, wow, I have a really good variety. Yeah, you do. And I think they're so sweet. Especially for the price. I know, right, Dina? They're perfect. So, sure, it pops right back to me, but trying to get it to flippy is like, flip, dang it, flip. So, like I said, I would say like this. I would say buy them and plan to do transitional inserts. So, what are transitional inserts? So, different types of years. You know, like put a little wedding theme if you know somebody's getting married, kind of cheers you up, gets you into that mood. Valentine's, Easter, St. Patty's Day, birthdays. Birthdays are a big one because it's such a sweet way to say, I know it's your birthday. Look at, I got a little birthday theme for you without changing your decor too much. You know, you're not focused on that whole, well, I have to do this. I have to do this. I do not have to do this, you know. Um, so it's kind of like that. What else I was thinking was the fact that I could use them in more than just this. Do I love plants? Yes, I love leaves. Leaves is my thing. So the fact that they had leaves all over them, and I grew up with hostas, so, you know, it was one of those, oh, this is so cute. I love it. Hopefully my volume hasn't changed. Somebody tried to just call me. But I enjoy the kits. I enjoy them thoroughly. And I think I gotta turn my heating pad off. It's getting too hot. I think the biggest thing that I like about the kits is I can choose. Do I want ink? Do I not want ink? Do I want something I want to be able to do with my grandkids? Or say like, you know, a neighbor or something like that. She's not into stamping, you know, but you just want to have a little fun. You want to spend, you know, coffee, little cake, you know, something like that, little snack. Bring a kit over, especially if it doesn't involve stamping. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. I told you it was kind of attitude, you know, conversation, not attitude, but conversation that you can build. And I think that also gives you an opportunity for someone to say, hey, is there a new kit available? You know, just from that point of view. If you enjoy buying them like I do, I got way too many. Like there's some up there that are done, and I only have one kit. One kit. It was the panda kit, and I haven't even done it yet. I got this one. I was like, done. We're doing it. But with the panda kit, it was like, oh, those will be cute for my granddaughter's birthday's coming up, and that's why I got them. But there's always that opportunity to look at how we're creating and make it a little easier. You know what I mean? There's always a way to look at it and to create a better environment, not only for ourselves, but our friends and our family. Like I said, I have a crafty chat group. The ladies would be looking at this going, well, it's not really my thing, or it is my thing. And that's always the stuff that's going on between crafters. It's like, oh, I love this and I love that, but I don't like this. So I think that's what the kits offer. Like they made a birthday kit. I'm not into that. I'm totally not into that because it didn't fit the needs that I would have. Gold is great. I love gold. I love gold jewelry, especially gold jewelry. um, but like gold hues and stuff like that on just regular stuff where there's tags and things like that. I'm more like cards. I like cards. I like 3D projects. And it was cute, but it just wasn't for me. So price point wise, you know, this was a great deal. I get to reuse it if I want to in the future. I can put those away, Ziploc them, throw them back in the box. You know, don't throw the boxes away when you get the kits, because you can always store them in between. Oh, I want to put this one out. I want to put that one away. So keep your boxes so you can keep everything secure. Anyway, check out stampinup.com and you're looking for the kits collection. And you will find these beautiful Happy Houseplants in there. You get 4 frames, 4 mats, all of the individual plant pieces, some dimensionals, and you're ready to go. And it's got a clear plastic that you have to pull the stuff off so that everything's set secure and taken care of. So I will be back Monday with another live. Do I know what I'm going to do? No, I don't know. Maybe we'll do the pandas next. Maybe I'll make a card. There is a lady, before I let you go, there is a lady. What did I do with it? Are you serious, Eva? Well, I watched a lady and I had to send my cousin the instructions as I'm watching it. I'm like pausing and go, okay, this is this size. This is this size. So we might do that Monday. I don't normally recreate what other people have recreated or created, but I was inspired because it's simple, it's easy peasy, and it's totally my style, even though it is a little bit, and I do say little bit of a fun fold. So I hope you'll join me Monday. I wish I knew where it was. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I don't think I'm going to do it like this, but I think I'm going to do it. So see how it's got that little bit of a fun fold right there? And I figured out the size, the piece to put in there. I think I'll use a different print. I love the leaves. So basically, hey Tana, could you? I spammed her at like 6 o'clock, 6:30 this morning. But I thought it was such a cute thing. Now they did it with color cardstock. The individual piece is only 5.5 by 8.5. So it's just a half a sheet. That's all you need, along with a little bit of your trinkets and stuff. So we'll do this Monday. And like I said, I don't normally copy. Copy, cut, paste is not my deal. I like to make new. And then the insert, but what was really cool is you could put a gift card in there and just stamp on the inside if you wanted to. So if you didn't want to use extra paper. I did add a little gold with a little pool party there. But I thought it was such a cute design. And it didn't take anything extra, and I love that. I love it with little paper, a little bit of detail, little zhuzhing, and we've got it. Anyway, I'm gonna wait till that camera catches up with me. So I will be back next Monday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay. And the reason I have to bring up Mountain Time is because we are very close to the time change here. We're just a few weeks away. And what does that mean? Arizona does not change time. So upon the time, you know, the spring forward or whatever, I think it's spring forward, right? Spring forward. I will actually be more towards the Pacific time, which is an hour earlier. Now, does that mean it changes here? No, it just kind of goes wonky for that one part of the year. So I just want to warn you that if you go, I thought you were supposed to be on, you know, messages. I love those. No, that's in another hour, or no, it's only yada yada. So make sure that you keep an eye out that I will be posting it on Facebook so everybody knows that the time has changed and it will be this time. Oh, so sorry. So when it goes to Pacific, it will be 3 on the West Coast, 3 in Arizona. Then it will be 4 Mountain Time, which is really crazy. And then, because Arizona's on Mountain Time, but not Mountain Daylight Time. It's just Mountain Standard Time. Anyway, it's a whole lot of confusing. I don't need it. You don't need it. But it'll be an hour earlier. Or I might push it back an hour. I'm not sure. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. And then figure out if this time works good. Or if I need to just push it back an hour during the summertime. Just during daylight savings. To keep everybody on the same schedule. That's it. Anyway, you guys take it easy. Stay crafty, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment, not just in the online, the live chat, but leave a comment below when you head out. Thanks again. I'll see you Monday. And until then, stay crafty, my friends. Stay crafty. Now I got to hit the odd button. It's all the way over here, so my thumb's on the page. Can't wait to get rid of that.